Welcome back to the Stadthalle in Vienna, Austria. Bernie Pascal along with Tom Watt in our broadcast location, along with Johnny Esau and Bill Stevenson as the final 10 minutes underway. A long shot by Novak, stopped by Tony Esposito. And that took 16 seconds. We get a whistle with the face-off to the left of Esposito.
Well, they're asking Tony Esposito if he's all right. It hit him high on the shoulder. And here we see Novak, who has replaced Martinez on the line with Novi.
Canada 6 and Czechoslovakia 2. Ready for the face-off. Here LaRouche arguing with the linesman there. That's Kaisla of Finland. LaRouche is waved out of the face-off circle, as is the Czechoslovakian player Novi. Novak and McAdam will take the draw, and the puck is back to Dallas Smith. Dallas Smith then pinned against the boards, gets the puck, but not out. Nikosh, weak backhander. There's a shot, and Esposito steered that into the corner. Novak collides with McAdam. Puck goes around the boards. Rick Hampton behind his own goal. Hampton out to Paymont. Paymont clears it out. Pospisil stops it to Novi. 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third period. Puck bounces off the glass, comes to the side of the net. Aberman is bumped off the play by Rick Hampton. They fight for possession. Novak sent it in front. Novi had his stop shot there by Esposito, and the puck is cleared down the ice, icing against Team Canada.
Well, there we have Rick Hampton, who was fighting in the corner for that puck. But Team Canada, being ahead 6-2 at this point in the hockey game, just simply dumping the puck. Paymont first out of his own zone, and then McAdam. Having the 6-2 lead, they want to make sure that they're not caught being too tired on the ice. Just make sure the puck gets over the blue line. Keep forcing the Czechoslovakian team to bring it back to you.
McKechnie and Helinka set for the draw. And the puck is dropped. McKechnie wins the face-off, takes it into the corner, left it there for Phil Russell. 8 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the third period. Canada 6 and Czechoslovakia 2. Off the boards, McAdam left it there. McKechnie circling around and just backhands it into the Czechoslovakian end. Bubla is back for it, watched by Pronovo. Pronovo up to Merrick. Merrick then takes a weak shot that missed the net. Bubla. And it's cleared out to center ice. Vadnais is back for it for Team Canada. Both teams are at full strength here. Puck backhanded off the boards into the Czechoslovakian zone, and it's icing against Team Canada. You know, there's been a great deal of criticism about the officiating here at the World Hockey Championships. The lone Canadian referee, or Canadian official, is Marcel Vaillancourt of Sherbrooke. He refereed his last game yesterday, the German game. He was telling me one of the linesmen here, Shell from Hungary, who is not working this game, by the way, Shell all season worked only 12 games. And yet he's officiating in a Canadian or a World Hockey Championship. The officials are not paid, by the way, either. It's all truly amateur. Their expenses are paid, but they do not get a fee. Puck is back. There's a shot. Goes wide. Bounces in front. And McKechnie takes it. McKechnie clears it. Stopped at the line. Pass over to Bubla. He gets set. Returns the pass. And Hollick just failed to get a shot away. Hollick around the Canadian goal. Passes in front. Bounces away from Bubla. Knocked down with a high stick. As the referee, Stig Carlson, called the puck being knocked down with a high stick, and the face-off will be to the right of Tony Esposito.
Well, speaking of those referees, the three-man system, in all fairness to the officials, this is the first time the referee and two linesmen, a three-man system, has been used in the World Championships, and some of the European officials are not quite used to it as of yet.
Well, when you only officiate 12 games a season, it's pretty tough to get used to it, which one official has done. Puck is back to Dennis Kearns. Kearns off the boards, cleared out, stopped at the line, and coming back is Esposito. Esposito over the line, in front, his shot is scored! Esposito. And it's 7-2.
Well, here we have Esposito moving aside. He uses Klassen and Ellis as a decoy and shoots the puck by the glove side of Zarilla. Here we see it again. but we see Esposito moving in a 3-on-1 situation. Cirilla moves off the post, trying to cheat to both Klassen and Ellis in the middle. Espo seeing that, shoots the puck to the short side over Cirilla's glove hand.
We're joined up in the broadcast location now of John Bassett of the Birmingham entry in the World Hockey Association. John, quite a turnaround for Team Canada.
Well, we seem to have two teams over here, Bernie. One that plays against the Soviet Union and one that plays everybody else. We've won the tournament without our two losses to the Soviet Union, and it's just two different hockey clubs.
John, I know you've been impressed with several of the European players. We'll get a comment here as Aberman gets a shot away, and that missed the net. Tony Esposito has it at the side. Brought back around on this side. Kept in at the line. There's a shot by Aberman. Esposito stops that. McAdam goes after it. Mikosh checked him, and it's back down the ice with Pospisil going after it. 6 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the third period. Canada 7, Czechoslovakia 2. Aberman breaking away on the left side over to Novi. Paymont then takes the pass and brings it back for Canada. Watched by Novak and then checked by Mikosh. Paymont in front. Sets up Dallas Smith. His weak shot hit a Czechoslovakian player. Goes wide. Here's Pierre LaRouche at the side in front. Scores! Paymont sends it into the net, and it's 8-2.
Well, Dallas Smith, of all people, keeping the puck inside, pushed the puck back behind the net. LaRouche coming around, tried to jam it in originally, and slipped it back through. Here we have it, moving in. Here, Dallas Smith falling, keeping the puck in. LaRouche moves around, tries to jam it behind Cirilla. Comes out to Paymont. His long looping backhand. But here's Dallas Smith again, keeping the puck in. Back to LaRouche behind the net. There's the long looping shot, or just over top of Cirilla.
From Vienna, this is World Championship Hockey.
Assist number 2 with number 20, Dallas Smith.
Canada 8 and Czechoslovakia 2 is play just underway, and they didn't, the puck was smothered there from the face-off, so they'll take it again. With 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third period. Halinka and McKechnie. McKechnie gets the puck back to Russell. And it's cleared by Vadnais ahead to Pronovo. Pronovo couldn't get his stick on it as Keuchel checked him, and they hold it against the boards. And back to Johnny Bassett of the Birmingham entry. And John, I know you've been impressed with several of the European teams and players here.
Well, their skills are very pronounced, Bernie. They skate very, very well. They handle the puck very, very well. They're just not used to the aggressiveness of the Canadian team, but in basic skills, they rank with anybody.
Do you feel we'll see more European players in the WHA and NHL next season?
Well, if the number of scouts over here any indication, I think you will, yes.
Okay, thank you, John. There's a shot from the side, stopped by Halinka. And it's cleared back outside the line. Going after it is Hollick. Puck is knocked against the boards. McKechnie takes it, going in, and Merrick was inside the line. Although he's upset about the call, he was definitely inside the blue line offside.
Well, there must be something about this Czechoslovakian team that really has got to Team Canada, because in the 2 games in Prague, we lost both the hockey games 4-1 and 7-3. But since we've come to Vienna, the 3-3 tie in the first game, which actually we should have won because of the offside goal, and then coming back with an 8-2 lead at this point in this hockey game.
5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the third period. Canada 8, Czechoslovakia 2. Into the Canadian zone, Kearns behind his own goal, stops in the corner. Up on the left side to Greg Smith. His lead pass there for Klassen. Klassen ran into the Czechoslovakian player Kaiverol. The puck goes loose, and Czechoslovakia breaks back with Stachny. Stachny, number 18, stops in the corner. Check by Kearns. Puck goes loose. Stashny's tied up, and Phil Esposito sends it around the other side. Kaiberol in front. Ozar can't get it. Stashny backhands it in front, stopped by Greg Smith, and he gives it to Esposito. Esposito's long pass for Klassen, too far for him, and Kaiberol has it. Kaiberol at center ice. His pass to Stashny is deflected in, stopped by Ellis. Ahead to Esposito. He couldn't handle it, and Halupa has it. 4 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the third period and the game. Dallas Smith's shot is deflected into the corner. Al McAdam, watched by Pozar to Esposito. Another shot in front. Oh, and the bouncing puck was knocked away from Paymont. There's a shot. Esposito has it again, and it goes wide. And there's a slashing call coming up. Esposito, I believe. There was slashing in front of the Czechoslovakia net.
Well, the official hasn't definitely signaled who was to get the penalty. It looks like Paymont is coming over after his shot. But Czechoslovakia had difficulty moving that puck out from in front of their net. Team Canada had many opportunities, and perhaps Paymont, after the shot when Esposito was going back for about the third shot, slashed, but that's the call against the Czechoslovakian player.
4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the third period. Canada 8, Czechoslovakia 2. Hampton, checked by Mikosh, gets the puck in front, and bringing it back is Pospisil. His pass ahead. Novak. Mikosh on the far side, drops it to Novi. Novi in the corner. Czechoslovakia on the power play. Trying to get back in the game here with Mikosh ready for a shot. Stopped by Esposito with Novi right on the doorstep.
Well, again, the Czechoslovakian team are doing what they don't like to do. They like to work it in deep. And here we're forcing them to shoot the puck from the point. Mikosh couldn't see any opening on the side, just blasting away, and the Team Canada defenders moving them out from in front of the net.
And the puck comes back to Mikosh from the faceoff. Clears it into the corner. Czechoslovakia on the power play. They trail 8-2. Novi. Back out to Mikosh. His shot. And that hit the Canadian defenseman Smith, and he felt that. Averman gives it back to Mikosh at the side. In onto this side for Novak, and that just failed to reach him as Pronovo clears it down the ice. Mikosh back for it with 3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining, and exactly 1 minute remaining in Paymont's penalty. Back come the Czechoslovakians, led by Hlinka, going in with Hollick. To the Canadian line, stopped there by Russell, and the puck is cleared outside the line. Keuchel. He drops it back to Hlinka. Let it go to Hollick, and Hollick's inside his own line, and the Czechoslovakian power play has not been effective at all in this game today. But you can credit the great penalty killing of Team Canada, as they've allowed just 2 goals in the entire game to the Czechoslovakians. Comes back to Keuchel. Keuchel gives it to Hollick. Hollick trying to set it up. Gets the pass back. 12 seconds remaining in the penalty. There's a shot. Goes right through the crease. Comes back to the line. Kept in at the blue line by Bubla. Comes over to Hollick as Paymont gets ready to return to action. Keuchel has it at the line. Trying to set it up. Back to Hollick. Paymont backhanded it full strength. McKechnie takes the puck. McKechnie coming back with Pronovo, Paymont, and Hampton. Over the line. McKechnie breaking for the goal. Into the corner. Still has the puck. Drops it back to Russell. His shot, and Zarilla gloves that and left it there for Keuchel. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third period. Canada 8, Czechoslovakia 2. Final 2 minutes now. Hlinka to Hollick. Hollick coming down the left wing side for Czechoslovakia. Over the line, watched by Vadnais. Drops it there, but it's taken away by the Canadian player LaRouche. To McAdam, back to LaRouche to Paymont, and the pass was behind him. Paymont in the corner. Tries to set it up in front. Keuchel takes it, gives it to number 26. That's Peter Stashny. Stashny on the right side gets by McAdam. To the Canadian line, going in with Pozar, who takes the pass. There's a shot, and that went wide of the Canadian goal with a lead pass for Paymont as Canada comes right back. Paymont gets set, and Zarilla stops that. McAdam lets it go. LaRouche tried to get a shot as he was turned around. Back comes Czechoslovakia with 1:12 remaining. Halupa inside his own line, leaves it there for Peter Stastny. Canada 8, Czechoslovakia 2. Comes to Halupa. Halupa's long pass out to Pozar. Pozar collides with Greg Smith coming over the line. And Canada brings it right back in. Klassen is stopped. And Czechoslovakia has it. Pozar over the line. Lets a shot go that's wide. Into the corner, Kaibarol tries to set it up in front. We have 39 seconds remaining. Comes to Klassen, and Ellis gets it for Canada. Ellis gets the pass again to the Czechoslovakian line. He's dumped. No offside there. Greg Smith gets set, and we have 25 seconds remaining. Peter Stastny ran into the Canadian player, Greg Smith. Marion Stastny behind the goal, comes in front. Taken by Peter Stastny. 15 seconds remaining. Puck is cleared, and the Canadian bench. A little mix-up there on the changes. They're almost caught with too many men on the ice with 8 seconds. Puck is with Phil Esposito. Time ticking away, 3 seconds. Phil Esposito at the side, and the horn goes. The game is over. And the Canadian players off the bench to congratulate goaltender Tony Esposito. And Canada moves into 3rd place with 13 points, pending, of course, the outcome later today between the Sweden and Soviets. And talking about hockey, Tom, we've thoroughly enjoyed Vienna, no question about that. We're looking forward now to our flight home with the good people of Air Canada. We're heading to Vancouver, of course, for Memorial Cup playoffs. We'll have the final game on CTV from Vancouver's Pacific Coliseum next Sunday.
Well, certainly an 8-2 win for Canada over Czechoslovakia. Going back home, this has got to give everybody a lift, including our home crew. But I'm sure Team Canada are a very happy group today, and we'll see them there.
Well, a lot counts now on the game later today between Sweden and the Soviet Union. As you see, the Soviets could move into 1st place. Now, the Canadian anthem. Esposito fires his helmet into the stands, and I tell you, they played well today. It's unfortunate they couldn't have played like this against the Soviet Union, but it's just been a fantastic World Hockey Championship, and our pleasure to bring it to you on CTV as they congratulate each other at center ice. And Tom and I will be in Vancouver for the Memorial Cup next week. Canada defeating Czechoslovakia today 8-2. This is World Championship Hockey on CTV.
That's fine tonight, beautiful.
Super.
I'll just come over and
A little later.
yeah.
One thing about this unpredictable World Hockey Championship, Canada whipped Sweden, drove them out of the rink, handled the world champion Czechoslovakian team easily, 8-2, and should have had the first game, although they wound up with a tie in that game. And still, by beating them today, still have only a shot at a bronze medal. It's an amazing thing, Bill.
It is, but the thing I want to point out, John, is we've talked about emotion throughout these World Championships. Did you see the players singing?
Oh.
McKechnie, LaRouche. I mean, they were
And they
really...
surrounded the Canadian flag, because that's what international hockey is all about, because when your flag goes up and that anthem plays, I don't know how to explain it. For 15, 20 years I've been trying to explain it, and you can't do it. You have to see it, you have to feel it, you have to believe it, and that's why the players were in a semicircle, because the flag was up above them.
Well, if you're a Canadian, you feel it here, and I know everybody at home feels it exactly the same way.
The World Hockey Championships have been brought to you by General Motors of Canada Limited and Carling O'Keefe Breweries. We sincerely hope you've enjoyed the game.
Just a short notice to all CTV stations that although today's game ended earlier than was expected, we will provide additional programming until 6 p.m. Eastern Time, following a 2-minute local timeout.
This is the CTV Television Network.